So what the is this? Well, as cool as this is, it's also a problem. Let me explain. So to do something as crazy as this, which is basically thousands of Christmas lights with thousands of pieces of tape, I had to strip the car completely of all of the wax and any kind of finishes I had on there in order to get this tape to stick. Yeah, it's a whole other video, okay? But suffice to say, I've been driving around in the wintertime with a car with no protection on it, okay? No wax, no ceramic coating, nothing. Just nothing on the car except for these lights, okay? And as you can imagine, these lights don't actually offer much protection. So very soon these lights are coming off and I've got to get it protected quickly. So there are literally hundreds of different DIY products out there now. The ceramic coatings, graphene coatings, wax coatings. How do you know which one to use? If you're like me, you hate buying a product that ends up not working well. And if you're like me, you spend way too much time trying to research which product is the best one. So what I'm going to do in this video is tell you how to find the best DIY coating for you. I will tell you where to find really good information on some long-term tests that are organized really, really well and cover all kinds of DIY products. It's going to make it really easy to narrow down your choices. So I found something that's going to work great, I think, for my car, for me, and it's probably not the same thing that I'm going to be using for my wheels. I'll have links to everything down below, all the tests, where I got the information from, all the products, so let's get started. So here is basically where I'm getting all of the information from. Scott HD, fantastic YouTube channel, product testing, longevity testing, how-tos, detailing trends. I mean, this guy does some really, really fantastic work. Highly recommend you guys check out all of his videos here, really. It's not just these longevity tests, but he tests a lot of these orbital polishers. He tests, you know, the coatings, the ceramic, graphene. Also tests some of the trim coatings, paint correction lights, you know, fantastic channel. Anyway, let me show you where to go though. Get into one of his videos, and then in the description here, he has got Google Docs spreadsheets. All right, so this test here is in this spreadsheet, which is great. But what you really want is this one here that has all of his tests. And obviously, the more up-to-date the video is, the more up-to-date the spreadsheet is. So what I did was downloaded that, came over here, and we have more information literally than we know what to do with, because it's everything I think that he has ever done. So for example, here are all of the products that he tests. Look, this goes on and on and on. All right, if your product is not in here, I don't know what you're using, okay? There's 235 different products that he has tested. All right, not only that, but all of these different tests. See, you know, if there's 7 products, he'll call it a 7-way, 20-way, 30-way, etc. And the different dates that the tests ran. Some of these tests, I think the longest ones, I don't know, they've gone at least a couple years. And some of them are still ongoing. And if you want to get into the different tests, you can slide over here and get the different updates all the way across. So as you can see, there's literally just like way too much information. All right. I mean, but I don't want to make it sound like this is a bad thing. It's really, it is actually a pretty good thing. But let me tell you how I use this and how my video here then might benefit you. So what I have done is taken information from the test from about the last 3 years. And one of the biggest reasons I took only the last 3 years is because, like, some of these older tests, they might be too long ago, in that these products get updated kind of, I don't want to say often, but they get updated, they get changed, they get reformulated. You know, they just might not be relevant anymore. And there is enough information here from the last 3 years to still work with. So anyway, I took all of that information and put it into a different spreadsheet. Let me bring that up here. Okay, so I have this based on then the different tests. Here's a test of 42 products, 25 products, 41, 28, 23, and then all of the relevant information here on the right, the actual product, the retail price, and how many days that the product lasted during his tests. Again, go into his videos to see how he actually conducted these tests. Um, I really wouldn't be able to do this kind of testing for this amount of time as well as he did. There's just really, honestly, like the test is astounding. And so now I'm just going to go through here for what product I want to use and tell you why I want to use it. Okay, so if you are just looking for some kind of ceramic coating, some kind of coating for your car that you want to last forever, all right, or as long as possible, it's really not that difficult for you, okay? You can go back to, honestly, his Google Doc and just pick out one that lasted the longest. Pick out the winner for a long-term test, and you're done. Okay, here, Nanobond 9/8 ceramic coating. All right, you're pretty much finished. This sucker lasted over 720 days. It won his this product testing anyway. However, the issue I have with these coatings are that I don't know what I'm going to be doing with my car. In other words, I've already vinyl wrapped the hood once, and I've added some PPF to the nose, and I'm going to add some more PPF to protect some other smaller areas on the car. I'm going to re-vinyl wrap my hood, potentially vinyl wrap other parts of the car. So the problem then becomes you can't vinyl wrap over ceramic coating or graphene coating, or as a matter of fact, wax or anything else. So if it's just wax or something, you probably get that off. But when you start getting into these graphene and ceramic coats that last a long time, well, how do you take those off? And I've seen videos where they take them off. Well, it involves getting the polishers out and removing them little by little. Some of them actually take, if you get like a real heavy duty ceramic coat on there, and I'm honestly, I'm not positive about like this Nanobond 9H coating, if that would apply here, but I've seen where they've taken sandpaper. They've used sandpaper to get ceramic coating off. All right. I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to have to worry about taking that coating off in order to do what I do. And on top of that, again, the lights. Okay, every season now I'm taping thousands of lights to my car. You can't tape on top of ceramic coating. It's designed not to stick. Nothing is going to stick to this stuff. So I don't want to deal with that. Also, another issue. You're going to put a coating like this on that lasts 2 years, 3 years. What do you have to do to the paint before you put that coating on? You have to do a really, really good job of getting that paint corrected as much as possible, because if you have any issues on the paint, any little marks or discoloration, scratches, you don't want to seal that in and have that in there for 2, 3, 4, 5 years. So that's another thing. Honestly, I don't want to deal with it. I want my car to look good, but I don't want to have to sit there and spend that much time or money on it, okay? sorry. I'm not into that anymore. Used to be. I'm trying to avoid it. So when I see this stuff here, these 720 plus, honestly, I shy away from it. Okay, because again, if it lasts too long, I'm going to have a problem removing it for the season, right? For my Christmas season. So then I start getting into these things here. 180 days. That's perfectly fine for me. Okay, maybe 210, maybe 270, probably 270 max. All right, but then I start getting a little bit concerned about that. How well will it come off? So these are under consideration. 150, 120 days consideration. 485. This is too much. Sorry, the product's too good. It's just too good. Even 300 days, I don't want to risk having a slippery coating on for that long. 300 all the way down to here we've got 150 days, so I can take that into account. 210, pretty much all of these here, these 23, pretty much all. Oh, I think this is ongoing, so I don't know how long. 210, that might be the end of the road for these. I'll have to double check, but here, if we're talking 210, if this is all that they've lasted, then actually, yeah, guaranteed these 180s are done. Otherwise, they would all say 210. Okay, so 180. So these are all under consideration. So then, what do I look at next to find out what's good for me? Well, honestly,
You could go back, look at the videos of the test, or you could just say, now, let's just look at the price. Okay, that's going to be the next factor. And $20, okay, even these here, $40. This is the other great thing. Let's say you're going for the 720 plus here at the top. $37. $37 to get something that lasts 2 years. Honestly, why would you go spend anything more than that? It kind of doesn't make sense to me. So you can see we've got a lot of things to consider. So then the next thing that I would consider is lining up all of these low cost ones and then just going to Amazon and looking up reviews. And let me tell you there what I found and what I think is going to work best for me. Okay, to make this easier, again, I don't want, well, let me clear everything out here. I really only want a few of these, all right, up to 270 max. So that brings us down here pretty substantially. And now I could go through here though and take some of these higher price ones, but honestly, none of these are too high price. You know, I'm willing to probably go up to $60 if this one here, this gloss, IT Demon Gloss, whatever it's called here, if this goes on real easy and is easy to work with, that could be worth it. Everything else here though, now I'm going to go on Amazon, check the reviews. So how hard is this to install, to put on, wax off? I don't want to be spending hours and hours putting this stuff on and off. Again, this is just me talking, okay? Also, I probably most likely want to just buy it from Amazon. It's kind of easier in case something goes wrong, but at the same time, sometimes you don't know what you're getting from Amazon. Anyway, let me check this stuff out and see what I want to do. Which one looks good for me? So what I've done is a few columns, one for notes, stars, these are ratings, again, on Amazon. And then I also updated the prices here if I saw a significant difference between what the price was when they were tested and when I just looked at them on Amazon. Okay, so where are we? Well, I think I'm kind of giving it away here. I've got a few highlighted, but let's go down the list a little bit here. If it got a low star rating or no Amazon reviews, I'm pretty much not considering it. From everything I read, ceramic sprays are just, they're more difficult to remove. They're, you've got to just, you got to follow the instructions carefully. But overall, they don't seem that bad to remove, not these DIY products anyways. However, these waxes, all right, the Colanite 915 and Turtle Wax Ceramic, I probably should have removed one. These are really, both of these are the same thing. These are very appealing. These are waxes, all right? Not basic waxes because they've added ingredients, graphene or ceramic, whatever they've added to them. They last a lot longer than any other wax that I've ever used. But I understand them. I've used them before. I know how to put them on. I know how to take them off. And that's basically what these do. This Colanite 915, from what I read, it seems pretty easy to put on and take off. It's a Carnauba, however you want to pronounce it, Carnauba wax. I've used those before, all right? This paste wax sounds the same thing. So I'm familiar with those. So I'm really leaning towards those. And let me scroll down here. This Adams graphene also seemed very appealing. But again, it's a graphene ceramic type coating. It takes some time to put on. Pretty easy to do, but it takes some time. You got to be careful. None of these you can just... well, except for what I'm about to talk about, but none of these graphene ceramic type coatings can you just spray all over the car and then go back and wipe off. You've got to follow the instructions closely or you're going to have a hard time getting them off. Okay. It's not, it doesn't sound like it's a lot of fun. All right. So then that brings me to the last one that sounds unbelievably appealing to me. McKee's 37 SiO2 spray. Spray it on, rinse it off. Like, can you get any more simple than this? It sounds insane, but I'll show you in a minute. One bottle will do 3 or 4 cars. This includes windshields. You put a lot of these finishes you can put on windshields and glass, which is great because, hey, I own a Tesla. Tesla has a lot of glass on it. The entire roof is glass. There's also, it gives a nice gloss. But let's look at what people say or what it says on Amazon for this product. Okay, unreal as it sounds, spray it on the surface, one panel at a time, 2 to 3 sprays. You don't have to spray it everywhere. You don't have to go crazy with this stuff. Immediately rinse, dry the vehicle. Like, that's it. That's it. How can you get any more simple than this? And you read the reviews, 4.5 out of 5 stars. None of these are perfect. The pictures here show very high glossy cars. The cars look excellent. 25 bucks to do my car 3 times. 270 days. This could be perfect for me to put on one time and be done. But they say, you know, the lower panels on the car, the ones that see a lot more abuse in the wintertime, and in any weather, right? The lower panels receive more abuse. It's probably not going to last 270 days. But just do it again, okay? Spray those panels again. Hey, spray the whole car again. Do it twice a year. You could probably do your car multiple times a year and still save time over using one of these ceramic coatings, okay? Putting on some of these ceramic coatings take a long time to put on and take off. Whereas here, you just spray your car, rinse it off, you're done. You probably do your car for years and still save time over just doing one application of ceramic coating by yourself. Right now, it looks like this is my best bet.
So check this out. Amazon is so much faster than me. This stuff already came in, all right? I'm going to give this a shot. So I got to get these lights off of the car like now, okay? Very, very soon. And I'm trying out this really cool new indoor spray wash place. I'm hoping that's as good as they say it is. It looks fantastic. It should be neat. I'm bringing this there. So as soon as I get this car cleaned off, this is going to go on and you guys can check it out with me. So stay tuned. And I don't think I'm going to prep the car too much. Right now, I'm thinking do a good wash. I've got this synthetic clay bar thing. I might run that over it, but honestly, I'm trying not to get too crazy with, you know, detailing the car. You know, that's the idea behind this. That's why I'm going with this. Again, this is what's going to work good for me. Oh, another thought. So I'm going to put this on the car. I'm going to put it on the wheels too. Boy, are these dirty. Look at that. Oh my God. It didn't even it is like caked on there. Wow. Ugh. Anyway, I'm going to put it on these wheels. However, check this out. I have got new wheels. Okay, new wheels coming for the summer. And what I might do, put some of this on a couple of the wheels, maybe on one side of the car, and then use some of the better stuff from that list, maybe one of the Atoms or something like that lasts even longer. And I might put that on these wheels before I even get them mounted. Maybe it'll be easy for them to mount if it's all slippery. Anyway, that's the thought there. So stay tuned. These aren't going to go on until spring, though. I'm pretty excited about that. Tires up there. So that's it. So stay tuned, guys. We got a bunch of cool things coming. Some tests, some cleaning. A few other things that I'm going to be doing to the car too. So stay tuned. Subscribe, please, if you haven't already. Thanks.